So, since it is the hot topic of the hour, I want to add my 2 cents. I know you're shocked. Like I'm someone who is posting videos on the internet, and there's a situation, a drama, internet drama, and I want to actually insert my personal opinion. Shocker, right? I mean, from someone who actually posts videos on the internet that wants to indulge themselves with some drama. And I'm not necessarily indulging. I'm joking because realistically, I have no horse in this race. I don't care about the individuals involved. I don't care about the at all about the situation necessarily, other than the ramifications of what people are saying about this. So the the things that people are saying in regards to the Steven Crowder situation. So let's talk about what happened, how we got here, why all this is coming to light, why all this is a big deal. So Steven Crowder is apparently a difficult boss to work with. He has made many enemies in the industry of political commentary space. So political commentary on the internet, Steven Crowder's made plenty of enemies, and they just all want to latch on and they want to dunk on him. Now that being said, there is. Let's talk about the relationships with his employees. I don't think it's right. A lot of the stuff he's done to his employees, I've seen it on a stream before. Just happened to catch a stream of Louder with Crowder or whatever, and now I forget. It was something like an election special or something like that. And he berates his employee live on stream. Not really a fan of that kind of stuff. Not really a fan of him being a really an abrasive personality. Not someone good to work for. I don't like that. But a lot of that can be solved by the market itself. It doesn't have to be e-drama and chatter. And Dave Landau is as clean as you think he is. He's not a nice guy either. None of these people that are in these celebrity type positions, they're not almost zero are nice people. There may be, like Keanu Reeves might be a really rare example of someone who is famous who is probably a nice person. Like if I met Keanu Reeves, I don't think he would be rude to me if in some way, unless I was rude to him first, or I was demanding that he sign something, or in those kind of lights. Like if I was trying to be an angry fan, or trying to be a hostile fan, or trying to make him do something that he didn't want to do. I don't think that those kind of people, maybe they're very rare exceptions. That's what I'm saying. There's not many people in those kind of industries, not many people that are doing entertainment or political commentary that are very nice people. Like you get there, you don't get there by being nice. You don't get there by being a good person. You get there by being pretty cutthroat, and you have to really stomp on other people to get up to that point. That being said, his workplace habits aside, I think a lot of this that is what's stemming the whole divorce and all this kind of situation. But as far as his divorce, I don't like it. I don't like divorce. Period. I don't like divorce because there are kids involved. Some people are saying he initiated the divorce. I think he's claiming that she initiated the divorce. Considering the fact that women initiate the divorce a majority of times, I'm willing to say that it's probably the wife that is initiating the divorce, because if Crowder is initiating the divorce, he's just kind of stupid. Unless he just thinks that he can, unless he just wants to wash his hands of it and be done. That's the only reason that I could possibly see that he would want to divorce on his own, because it is going to be a messy process, and he is going to lose a lot of his estate. He's going to lose a lot of the stuff that he owns. So I think that's if he's doing that, that's a huge strategic error. Like I mean, it's unforced errors there. If he's trying to get a divorce, unless he's just so done that he just wants to wash his hands clean. Anyway, so as far as let's get into the discussion surrounding the clip. So essentially, this has people a lot, like the majority of people in a particular camp of just I hate Crowder, or I like Crowder, and therefore Crowder's good or Crowder's bad. That's what it has a lot of people. Now, Romanian TV, I watch his stuff. He just put out a video giving his thoughts on it. and I completely agree with a lot of what he said. Essentially, this is a personal, private matter. The business dealings, the you know the employees that he had, that might be a more public matter. That's between. You don't have to go air out his personal dirty laundry. It's not the same. People are equivocating it to the Jeremy Boring and the discussions about his pay. Whenever if he was going to work for the Daily Wire, there were discussions about that, and he leaked the personal recordings of that. But that is a business. That is a business venture, and he's trying to advise people about how this business is run. Now, obviously, it turns out, wow, he runs his business pretty crappily too. Shocker, right? Like he runs his business like a businessman, and he's pretty cutthroat. That's fine, but they're trying to equate the leaking of private video and audio of him and his wife having a dispute to that. I don't see I don't see it being equal. Like there's one is a business decision, the other is a personal, private matter between two individuals having an argument. Now, and then let's get to the content of the leaked video. People are all the people are completely siding with the wife. They're saying that Crowder is. I think they already made up their mind based on how they feel about Crowder, not rather than what they're viewing in the content. And or they also there are some people who are still making decisions based off the content, but they're making decisions based off a particular framing of the situation. So I'm going to make a second video talking about the feminist framing of situations, like feminist framing. Like people accept the feminist framing, even if they're conservative. They claim to be conservative. They will accept the feminist frame. Now, I want to lay that more out in detail in a separate video talking about specifically what is the feminist framing. But what I want to talk about here is that people are accepting this feminist framing of you can't talk to a pregnant woman, like you can't be rude to a pregnant woman. You can't say, ask her to do anything. She needs to be laid up in her bed, not doing anything ever. But then there's also, the side of people who like want to claim, like these same people will also want to claim that, well, pregnant women can still do things and all this kind of stuff. Like there's no, like, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it that pregnant women can do something, and that they need to be laid up and they shouldn't have to be required to do anything. You cannot have it both ways. Like, if you want to have it one way, that's fine. If you want to say pregnant women can do anything, well, he asked her to do something, and whether she wanted to accept that request or not, that's a different story. That's their personal argument, right? That's the crux of part of their argument. Like, his argument was, like, hey, can you walk the dogs and can you do this? And she didn't want to do it. And that he was a little bit miffed. And when you're angry, men are not allowed to be angry, because if men show anger in these kind of arguments and discussions, if I am ever angry about a situation, I don't have to be angry at my wife. I can be angry about the situation. And if I speak very loud and if I'm speaking with authority and I'm speaking like, well, we need to fix this problem. This is a very difficult problem. We need to fix it. And we're going to do it right now. If I say those exact words, a lot of people will think, oh, he's a big meanie. He's being mean to his wife. Oh, he probably beats her. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? I don't want to hear your crap. I don't want to hear any of your crap, because you're stupid. You don't understand personal relationships, and you don't understand the male perspective, and you don't understand male and female dynamics and all this kind of stuff. So there's a lot that you don't understand. Like, these kind of people are emotionally and mentally stunted individuals that make these kind of claims that are just saying, well, I never talked to. No, you don't understand the situations. You don't understand what has led up to this. He could have been asking her all week to, hey, can you take out the trash? I'm busy. I got to do something or whatever. Hey, can you do this? And she never does anything. She just says, well, I'm pregnant. I don't have to. Like, let's just say this is the case. She uses the cop out that you've allowed her to do. I'm pregnant. I don't have to. I'm pregnant. I don't have to. I'm pregnant. I shouldn't have to. I'm pregnant. I shouldn't have to. And then all of a sudden, finally, he asked one more thing. He says, "Hey, can you just go get the groceries?" And then he's fed up. You don't know these personal situations. You don't understand the personal dynamics or the personal situation that's going on. And that's why I'm saying, like, y'all are so quick to jump to conclusions. Y'all have like um moon shoes on, ready to jump to the conclusion and say that Crowder is just a piece of garbage. And he may be. That may be the truth. We don't know. Like that's the biggest thing is we don't know if is he a piece of crap in his personal relationships or is it just in his business. And it may be a combination of both. He might have had a bad day. We've all had a bad day. We've all said some things that we don't mean, and people are saying like, "Oh, well, he said I don't love you" to his wife or all these kind of things. He probably didn't mean a lot of the things he was saying. I mean, maybe he started to realize like, well, maybe I don't love her as much as I do because she isn't willing to do anything, or I don't know. Maybe there was a half truth to it, right? Like there may have been a half truth of like, well, I don't love you right now because you're acting. It's same goes with my son. Like I will tell my son like, hey, I love you, but you're acting really ugly. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna tell him like, hey, like I can't love you when you're acting like this. I will tell my son that hey, I can't love you when you're misbehaving. I love you, son, but I can't love that behavior, and I can't love the way that you're behaving, and I can't that makes it hard for me to love you. Saying something like that is not that's not a mean thing to say necessarily. It's a hard truth because hey, you're acting in a way that makes me not love you, and maybe that's what he could have articulated, saying maybe we don't know any of that personal situation. That's what I'm getting at. None of you understand this personal situation. It's a very deeply personal situation, and all these relationships are different. Um, my wife, when she was pregnant, she yelled at me once before, and because we had a disagreement on something. It wasn't even there was no point to the argument, right? Like pregnant women have hormones, they have issues that they're dealing with when they're going through this pregnancy. Things are complicated. She was stressed from work and all this kind of stuff, and she just happened to blow up on me. If I just recorded that, let's just say I take out my phone and I record 3 minutes of her just going on a tirade at me, and then I just post it to the internet and I let people see that. Is she just a horrible wife and just not a good person just because of a human condition that you have? I think we've lost a lot of our humanity, and all of these kind of situations showcase how much we've lost our humanity. To me, the fact that we can't say, hey, some of these situations are personal. We don't know the context. Some people can get heated. They can still love each other. There still can still be like some situations where sometimes if you're the angry person, you can be in the right. Like if you're angry about a situation, you can be in the right. So I'm just gonna like there are two things that I want people to consider here. If ask yourself a couple of questions. Question one: if you saw the same level of raising his voice and screaming at his pregnant wife, but his pregnant wife cheated on him, would that have made a difference to you? Okay, well, that's what we're saying. We don't know any of these personal situations. I'm not saying that she did or did not. I'm just saying, like, do you know all the details of this situation? Do you know everything about this person, what they did, when they did it, why they did it, how they did it? You don't know any of that. So shut up. Like, just shut up. If you don't know all of those details, shut your mouth about it. The only reason that I'm commenting on it is because I see so many people making a stupid take. But the second thing, if you truly believe that no one should ever talk to their wife like this, that no one should ever have this kind of stuff. Now, maybe you have the perfect relationship. Maybe you do. Maybe you never get into a fight. You never have an argument. Maybe there's never any misunderstanding, period. and I'm happy for you. That may be perfectly fine in your life. Like you may have the perfect. Oh well, I find the perfect person, and everything is perfect, and life is perfect. Good for you. Okay, happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. All right. But everyone else, they have trials, they have tribulations. You have this conflict where sometimes, two individuals aren't on the same page. That happens. Two people not that aren't identical twins not being on the same page happens, right? That's just a fundamental fact of life. So, the second thing that I want to say, if you believe that this was so bad and so egregious and so terrible, and your life is not some perfect relationship or sunshine and rainbows, or maybe even if it is, I want you to put surveillance around your house, all around your house, let every crevice, every time, everywhere. I want you to have 24/7 full video of you and your wife, and play all your personal interactions that are non-sexual, I guess. Play all those personal interactions where you're talking to your wife, you're just sitting there, or you're talking to your husband, and I want to see if you never do anything that is, you know, record all that for 2 years. Record all of your personal interactions between your husband or wife for 2 years, and then I want you to display those, like upload them for the internet to see. I want to see them. I want to see all you talking to your wife or husband, and upload all of that for over a span of 2 years. And if you never have an argument, then maybe you're right. But there are plenty of people who have conflicts, even if it's small, that if you clipped it and you took it out of context, out of a whole situation, and you just take that clip, this is the clip society of how the world works. If you took that and you just ran with it, then you would look like a horrible person. So I want to see a lot of people taking this challenge. A lot of people taking this challenge. Please record your video, record your whole life, your all your personal interactions with you and your spouse, and then upload them to the internet, and let over a span of 2 years, and let's see how you do. Did you have a really hot take, and you or something in your wife, or you say something to your husband or your wife and you get them real mad, that let's just see. I want to see a lot of people taking this challenge. But this is my commentary on the Steven Crowder situation. I hope that a lot of people, just stay out of it. Stay out of it. I'm only commenting on it because I'm telling you my opinion of the situation. I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't care. I don't love or hate Crowder or whatever. I'm just telling you a lot of personal situations. People don't understand anything about what was going on during that 3-minute clip. They're making a massive leap to a lot of conclusions about everything under the sun. So I want you to be cautious, exercise patience and understanding of other people, and be empathetic to how people are, and their personal lives and personal situations. If you want to trash Crowder for his stand-up routine, or his professional career, that's fine. I don't think it's right to necessarily dive into his personal life. You can make fun of him for whatever reason, like make fun of his personal. I don't know, but I don't think it's right to necessarily go and dig into this whole thing about him and his. I think that's a personal matter that should be left between them, because it's going to get messy and it's going to be ugly. That's all I have for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. This is the correct take on the Steven Crowder situation. And if you disagree, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. I think that I'm right. So fortunately, I'm going to tell you that. But this is Trey from Trey's Think Tank. You can check out all my links below. And this has been a great video. Hope you have a great day. And this is Trey from Trey's Think Tank.